next up we are on figure ground Gestalt principle. And the idea is there are usually two images within one of them being your figure, the main thing that you see, and the other the ground, which is like the background. We have the famous Rubens vase right over here. You see a chalice and two faces, depending if you're looking at the figure or the ground. So let's go ahead and try to make this in Adobe Illustrator using the pen tool. In Schoology, go ahead and click the link that I've attached for you guys. Make sure you click download image at the very bottom left. That way you get the full resolution quality of that. And go ahead and Adobe Illustrator and open up a new 8.5 by 11 document. Make sure that the raster effects is at 300 ppi. And then once you're inside here, we're going to click File, Place, and let's click Rubens vase in our downloads. And if we make this a template, then it's actually going to be a little bit easier to trace over. Placing mine, it was a little bit too big, so I'm going to unlock my template over here. Hold Option and Shift and pull those to the center to right about where your artboard likes it. Go ahead and lock that layer, that template. It's going to stay like that for pretty much the rest of the time here. Now we're going to be outlining everything using the pen tool, which can be found, let's see, if I click the letter P, it's right over here along with the anchor point tool. So the letter P gave us the pen tool. Go into your properties. Let's turn the fill off and the stroke on. Essentially what this is going to allow us is to create some vector lines that are going to be outlined with the stroke, and then we'll fill it in later. Make sure you're on layer 1. That way you can do all this stuff. If I'm on template, then I can't draw. So make sure you are on layer 1. How this tool works is you click your starting point and you click and drag, let go. Click and drag, let go. A single click goes straight. Clicking and dragging helps you to curve it different ways. All right, so let's click and drag and let go. I'm going to hold spacebar to move where I'm at. Click and drag and let go. Click and drag and let go. And we're going to be doing this on the entire outline for our first face. Once we've gotten to this point, we're crossing over the artboard. What's past the artboard is not ever going to be in our exported final design. So I'm just going to cut straight down because we're not going to see this once we export it. Click the very first anchor point that you made to close off your loop. And in the properties panel, you can turn that stroke off and turn that fill on. And we have now filled in this part of Rubens vase. I'm going to zoom back in here, and I want to go over just a few little things that you can do to perfect it. First off, you can use the direct selection tool. The shortcut is A if you ever need to reposition an anchor point. What you do is you click the anchor point one time, and then after you clicked it, the box will turn blue, and you can click and drag that as you please. There's also these handlebars around the anchor point, which you can use to help make a smoother curve. You can also get to those handles by using the anchor point tool, which helps you move the curviness of your anchor points. We also learned last class that you can use the add anchor point and delete anchor point tool if you ever want to create another area for anchor points to exist. So that way you can do something nice and geometric. Or if you have a geometric hard corner, you can find this circle, click the circle, and click and drag the circle to help make a curve. All right, so those are the tools you're going to want to use to create this. You're going to want to zoom in and really like fix it, tidy it up wherever you feel you need. Right now, this is great practice for learning our pen tool for the very first time. The last one I want to go over with you is right here. It's the curvature tool. And this is the exact same thing as the pen tool, but every single line that you create is a curved line. Let's click this over here. And our properties, make sure that our stroke is on and our fill is off while we do this. Oops, I just did that on the wrong. I did that to this guy over here, my bad. Put that back to how we want it. And then let's click away. And then let's go back to our curvature tool. Stroke on, fill off, and we can do a bigger stroke just so you can see, because I'll be quick with this example. First point, second point, third point, and you just kind of keep going on. And the idea is this one over here, it pretty much always produces a curve for every point that you make. And if you take a look at the bending blue, it gives you an idea of where it's probably going to be curving next. So it takes some of that guessing away. Connect it back to your first one. Let's go to fill, black again. All right, so then let's turn the eyeball off, the visibility off for what we made. And you can see here, it looks like this right now. But once we export this, whatever's outside of the artboard is going to be cropped away. So I'll show you file, export as, save it as a JPEG, edit, export. Make sure your quality is always at maximum and that your resolution is always at 300. Looks like it kept what else was not part of the artboard. Export as, use artboards. Let's check that on final design. RGB 10, 300. Okay. Go over here. There we go.